Over the past 10 years of aerial photography, what changes have you noticed in Tasmania?
Okay, yeah, great question. Over 10 years, it's actually quite difficult to notice many changes because a lot of the changes in the environment are over longer time periods than that. So in 10 years' time, how old will you be?
20.
21, 22. Okay. So in 10 years' time, I reckon you will notice some changes. But actually changes for a lot of things that are over 40 or 50 years. So we need information over those sort of lengths of time to be more confident about what's really happening. But to answer your question, the changes that I've noticed is that there's been a lot more erosion around our coasts. A lot more. Most of our coasts have been going backwards during that time. By that I mean they've been coming at us landwards. So that would be one of the biggest things that I've noticed. I have noticed that there are some areas, particularly the seagrass, because that's one of the things that I do a lot of. Seagrass in some places will just disappear, and in other places will grow. So seagrass is very dynamic. It comes and goes. There are some places though where the seagrasses have probably been there, we estimate, for 5,000 to 6,000 years. Now aerial photography hasn't been around that long. So aerial photography, we can't use aerial photography to find those sorts of things out. So aerial photography helps us to discover some of these things, but it's not the whole answer. And it's hard to go back further than about 50 or 60 years with aerial photography. Very helpful now and into the future, and over the last 40, 50 years, but to go back 5,000 or 6,000 years is much harder to do.